Friday. It's weather for Weather Geeks time here on this Friday evening. Welcome back, everyone. We had a couple of active evenings with the potential for severe weather Wednesday and Thursday, so we didn't do a regular weather for Weather Geeks video, but we're back tonight. So let's get right to it as we head into the weekend. Did this time lapse today on 21 News at 6 as well. This is basically 12 hours in 12 seconds overlooking the Youngstown skyline. We had a good looking day today, a mixed bag of clouds and sunshine. Sometimes it was a little bit cloudier than other times, but overall today was a winner despite it being quite a bit cooler than it was yesterday. We did not see 80 anywhere today. In fact, we were hard pressed to get back up to 60 degrees this afternoon. Looking across the country this evening, here's a look at what's going on. We've got a tornado watch down across the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex into parts of Oklahoma as well. Big storms down there. We are more focused on some of this cloud cover off to our south and west. Notice the rain in southern Indiana, southern Illinois. Well, you know, it kind of looks like it's just going to keep coming north and east, right? Well, maybe that's not necessarily the case. It's going to kind of run into a brick wall of drier air as we go into the night tonight. I'll show you the computer models here in just a second. So I do think it turns out to be a pretty cloudy night tonight. But looking at a quiet night overall, despite the cloud cover. 2-degree guarantee today. We were right on the money today with that afternoon high of 60 today. The official high for the date occurred at 1 in the morning, but the afternoon high was 60 this afternoon. And so our accuracy streak, the latest one, up to 2. Let's see, we've had 6 misses for the month out of 21 days. As we get deeper into spring and into summer, I expect our accuracy percentage to go up. Transitional seasons are always a little bit tough when it comes to temperature forecasting as compared to other times of the year. All right, so let's talk about the weekend weather. The clouds thicken up tonight, but I'll tell you, the rain's just going to kind of only get so far to the north, up to maybe I-70. Tomorrow afternoon, I can't rule out maybe a sprinkle trying to get up to Route 30, maybe as far north as East Liverpool or Lisbon or East Palestine, but even that's a pretty small chance. I think for the most part, it's a pretty uneventful day tomorrow. Now, the clouds will keep a lid on temperatures tomorrow, probably no better than about 54 on average tomorrow afternoon. A rare cooler than average day. We've only had a couple so far this month. And then Sunday, I think, turns out to be a much better day. Wall-to-wall sunshine on Sunday, maybe some high, thin cirrus clouds mixed in. No big deal. Great day to get outdoors on Sunday. It'll be quite a bit warmer, and then as we head back to work on Monday, more of the same. Sunshine, beautiful weather to start next week. All right, big picture for tomorrow. Our forecast 54. The average high tomorrow is 62. Tomorrow's record high set back in 1985, 83. Record low 1975. 20 degrees. Now, we've picked up, of course, some rain lately, so it has not been as dry, so the rainfall totals for the month so far pretty unremarkable. 2.15 at the airport. Now, if April ended today, it would be the third warmest on record. And it's interesting because we're expecting a pretty warm end of the month. It'll be interesting to see how much higher on this list we can climb. It'll almost certainly be in the top 10, probably even top 5 warmest Aprils on record here in Youngstown. 13 hours and 38 or 39 minutes of daylight tomorrow. It's that time of the year when we've got some warm weather. It's time to think about planting, and the farmers are always interested in stuff like this. The date of the last freeze over the last 10 years, and of course a freeze defined as 32 degrees or lower. Last year, pretty late, 16th of May, and the year before that, in 2015, May 23rd, we had a freeze. Now, some freezes are more impactful than others. If it drops down to 32 for an hour or two, that's generally no big deal. Hard freezes or temperatures below freezing for several hours, that tends to be a bigger issue. Not expecting any of that anytime real soon. The 30-year average is May 4th for the date of the last freezing temperature here in Youngstown. Now, tomorrow night, if the sky goes clear, in the coldest nooks, it might try to get down to 32 or 33, but again, probably for just an hour or two, there would be a small chance of some frost. But again, I don't want to harp on this too much because I think it's a small chance and only reserved probably for the coldest sheltered valleys. All right, we've been advertising a pretty big warm-up next week, especially at the end of the week and into the weekend. The upper-level flow across the U.S. is going to become very amplified. And what we mean by that is instead of flat, it's going to get very wavy. Ridge on the west coast, big trough in the middle of the country, probably a lot of severe weather with this type of setup right in through here at the end of next week and into next weekend. And then we'll be on the warm side of things with a big ridge popping just off the coast of the Carolinas and Virginia. That is a very warm-looking weather map for next weekend. And I would not be surprised at all if we saw mid-80s for a day or two next weekend. Hey, that's not the graphic I wanted to show. Well, let's forget about that. That's all backwards. I do think that next weekend, you know, maybe even as early as Friday, but certainly Saturday and into Sunday, we've got a good shot at mid-80s, the warmest temperatures of the season so far. Wrap things up tonight with the longer range outlook. The blowtorch next weekend is likely to be followed by a pretty decent early May cool snap. This is the 10 to 15 day outlook on the CFS model. This has the support of the European model, which has a similar look, showing a lot of cooler than average temperatures as we start the month of May. This runs from May 1st through May 6th. Now, early May average highs are in the mid-60s, so, you know, if it's in the 50s or even lower 60s, that's still below average. We're not advertising a shockingly cold pattern here, but I do think it will be probably a little on the cool side by May standards during that first week of the new month. Hope you have a great weekend, everyone. Thanks as always for watching Weather for Weather Geeks. I'll see you right back here on Monday for more geeky stuff.